You absolutely won't believe it. The people of Pakistan have discovered a road to wealth. They collect the weld seams on compressor cylinders and can extract high-purity silver from them. It's truly eye-opening. As we all know, Pakistan is very strong in recycling waste. These discarded compressors aren't produced locally. They come from countries like South Korea and Japan, packed in containers and shipped to Pakistan. They extract every last bit of value from these waste products. This young apprentice is responsible for cleaning the compressor's exterior. He removes the external parts of the cylinder. Of course, the copper pipes attached to the cylinder are not overlooked either. After knocking them off, they are collected together. Little by little, they can sell for quite a bit. Of course, the main copper wire is still inside the compressor. The compressor is placed in a vise and a semi-automatic cutter is used to cut open the cylinder. The can opener is a favorite tool for the workers here. It's the machine's help that allows them to quickly process large batches of compressors. Because they used to use steel saws to cut open the cans, they know exactly how terrible that used to be. Next, the motor is taken out and stacked together. The remaining shells are set aside. From this mountain of shells, you can tell how efficient they are. The shells are made of steel, but recently, they discovered silver ore on the shells. It's the welding spots between the copper pipes and the cylinders. The silver solder rings contain a certain amount of silver. To avoid missing any silver solder ring, the craftsman uses an oxy-fuel torch to cut off the solder rings. Then the cut solder rings are collected together. To separate the solder rings, they can't do without using a blowtorch to heat them. Simply heat the metal pieces until they glow red, then tap gently. You can remove the solder rings attached to the metal pieces. After collecting the solder rings, pour them into a plastic basin. Take an appropriate amount of sulfuric nitric acid solution. Be careful, doing this by hand is risky. Friends, please don't try this at home. Pour the sulfuric nitric acid solution into the plastic basin. The pungent smell will instantly fill the air. You can add more acid solution. If you add too little, the reaction won't be thorough enough. The smoke proves the acid solution has been poured just right. Stirring properly can speed up the reaction. Wait for the thick smoke to dissipate, and the reaction will be complete. At this point, the solution will turn a deep green. The silver has dissolved into the solution. The remaining residue is useless. Add sodium chloride into the solution. Then place an iron piece into the basin and shake it back and forth. This helps speed up the reduction of silver chloride. The iron piece will reduce the silver chloride, which is the most cost-effective way. Rinse the remaining iron pieces clean. At this point, the silver chloride at the bottom is gone, leaving only a murky solution. The solution contains not only silver chloride but also a lot of copper chloride. Add a catalyst and metal sheets to continue the reaction. The metal sheet used here is probably aluminum or zinc. After shaking for a long time, the surface of the metal sheets has turned brass-colored, which resembles electroplating. Pour out the solution, and the metallic silver will settle at the bottom. Unlike sponge gold, sponge silver is gray-white in color. This batch has produced quite a lot. Use filter cloth to filter the sponge silver. After drying off the water, you can package it in a plastic bag. This bag is indeed quite large. The crucible is almost full. Here's a small detail. The crucible is preheated. It's placed directly onto the furnace for smelting. The fire that shoots out of the furnace is green. Do you know why? After heating to a high temperature, the sponge silver has completely melted. It looks perfectly pure, with no impurities. Preheat the mold on the furnace. This step is very important. If you don't follow the procedure, all the work you did before would be wasted. Apply some release agent to the mold. Then pour the silver into the mold. One crucible casts 4 silver bars. The only regret is that they didn't make silver ingots. What seemed like unremarkable waste recycling turns out to hide huge business opportunities. Each bar weighs at least 500 grams. Follow my channel for more exciting creative videos every day.